Today, I want to conclude our entrepreneurial epic that we've been going through from Genesis 26 with Isaac, and then on in through to Exodus, where we find the artists and the artisans building this wonderful construction called the tabernacle. And in it, I want to continue and conclude today and encourage you in your own creative and entrepreneurial pilgrimage, however that may look. Last time I looked at Exodus 35, verse 10, which says, "Every wise-hearted among you shall come and make all that the Lord has commanded." We find here an array of artists and artisans harness their gifts in worshipful synchrony, bringing God's invisible plans into plain sight. And I believe that you can do the same. That God is still today calling gifts and skills into his sanctuary and then sending them forth with marching orders to deliver life-changing creations to the world. Does that mean that we will all be household names, that we'll hit the billboards and blitz the media? Does successfully using our gifts guarantee an abundant increase in income? Honestly, it could be all or none of the above. The key factor here in seeking to serve the King with our creativity is not so much the outcome, it's the obedience that leads to the outcomes. And essentially, without obedience, no outcomes are even possible with those first steps in response to the direction and the voice of God being taken. So, when God told Isaac to sow in the hard, famished ground, the outcome, I'm sure, certainly in Isaac's mind, were uncertain. When Israel passed through the Red Sea into an inhospitable desert, the future for many of them, I'm very, very sure, was not exactly crystal clear. They all came in with a mindset that had been drilled into them over 400 years of bondage. Can you imagine as they looked out over that bleak landscape, thinking, man, how are we going to survive? And so, God and his ways and following his voice does not always come with the kind of guarantees that we would love to be able to hang our hat on. But they do come with guarantees that are good both for this life and the life beyond this life. And this is the thing, we as creative entrepreneurs, as creative Christian creatives, faithfulpreneurs, we have a long vision. And I'm not just talking a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan or whatever other kind of planning you might engage in. I'm talking one that goes way beyond the grave. And so whether our rewards are found and taken a hold of here in this life or the life beyond, we will never, ever stand and shake our head in regret that we gave our gifts to God and allowed him to use them in the way that he saw fit. Each of these people, Israel, Isaac, and anyone you choose to look at in the scriptures, had to keep taking their next step in faith, believing God for the increase and the provision that he promises to those who faithfully follow him. And as we keep taking those steps, that's when the possibilities open up and hitherto hidden potential is uncorked. Now, I cannot stand here and guarantee or promise prosperity in the moment, but I can guarantee that every deposit of obedient service that you render will not go unpaid. Here or in eternity, there will not be one tear that is left unbottled one act of grace unnoticed or unrewarded, or one decision to pour your creativity out for the King that will be ignored. One sows, another waters. God is the one who gives the increase. Sow bountifully. Water others with your prayer, praise, recognition, correction, encouragement. Whatever way you can encourage someone else's journey, make it your mission to do so. And then let the one that we honor with our gifts and our giving, let him be responsible to bring the rewards. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Hopefully it was a blessing to you. If it was, do please consider leaving a rating and a review on whatever platform you are listening on. I also would love to encourage you to check out my new book, Faithful Creative. We've got a package of resources designed specifically to encourage you in your Christian creative call. You can check that out at faithfulcreativebook.com. And if you choose to pick it up, use the promo code podcast for 50% off. So you'll get it for half price. Have a great rest of your day and God bless. Jesus first, everything else follows.